All right, traders, I am back again with another video, and I am feeling pretty good because things have been working out pretty good, okay? So that will make me feel pretty good. But this is an update to the Euro New Zealand dollar trade that we sent out. Now, I've been sending out trade setups, not trade alerts, okay? A lot of people keep asking me for trade alerts and stuff like that, but I don't do trade alerts because, first of all, trade alerts are for people who don't know how to trade, don't want to learn how to trade, and are not interested in learning to trade. They just take a trade off of something that they see that someone posts and says, I'm going to take this trade because so and so says, and then they don't have no idea of what's really going on with the market or what's happening. They're just throwing their money out there for somebody else to trade, basically, because if you ask me to send you a trade alert, you don't know what I'm looking at or what I'm doing. You're just putting your faith in me to trade your money for you, basically, and I'm not even really trading your money. So I send out trade setups. It's for people that really already know, are trying to know or learn the market, and the trade alert shows you the setup that I'm not the trade alert, sorry. The trade setup shows you that what the setup is, how to set it up, how to set up the trade. So a lot of times when I send these trade setups out, it's way before the setup happens. All right, it's not when it happens, it's a little bit before, and you could see we'll have a level because what happened here, the price bounced off of this Kijinsen, and Kijinsen is very important to us. So what I did was watch when price gets the Kijinsen. You could see here, this is a flat market, so a lot of times Kijinsen doesn't work because Ichimoku doesn't work in a flat market, but you could see the rejections here. Then the market dropped, and you could see the rejection here. Nice setup again, and then this was a really good trade. All right, and then now the market came right back to Kijinsen, and it's rejected it again with these long wicks. Those are rejections. We calling that a rejection of that level. All right, now once it rejected the Kijinsen, we had a Kijinsen bounce here, and then the market dropped to the downside, and that's what we traded. We put our stop loss above this level. Now some people, I really trade a technical stop loss, so it's going to be a little bigger than some would like, but I also will tell you that you could put your stop loss at this Kijinsen here. Now if you would have done that and you would have gotten triggered, maybe if you got triggered here, you're going to get stopped out. So you would have got stopped out once or twice already. But see, I'm more technical, so I put a technical stop loss because I'm looking at what the market's doing. The market doesn't really come back to these fractal levels, so I could use it as a stop loss number one. I use these fractals in all kinds of ways. All right. So like I was saying, last week we put out a trade, and we had 365 on that trade, 365 pips on that trade, and then this trade was at 175 currently, so total that was 540 pips for us. Now it's down to 165, so it's going to be what we got, 530 pips total for the last two trades that we sent out. Okay, so that's not doing too bad. Hopefully we could keep up that pace, but I really doubt that. There's going to be some issues with some trades, and then there's going to be some good ones, but we want to make sure we don't, what we're making, we don't want to give back to the market at all. If we're giving it back, we're not giving back 540, that's for sure. We want to give the market back nothing really. But let's talk about this trade. Okay, so what I saw here was the market bounce off of this level. So I basically already talked about this, and you could see now if you go back to the previous video for the Euro New Zealand dollar trade, you'll see how the setup developed, and then now you can see where we are. There's a couple ways to trade this, a couple ways to take entries, but I want to show you what I'm really looking at now. Now when I looked at my first target, it was going to be at this support level, and price bounced right at that level. Okay guys, let me mark that level, because even if I didn't see the market, so this, I already had this marked as my first level, but I'm looking for the market to get past that level. But look what the market's done. It's done, came right to that level and smacked it. Boom. Hit it a couple times here. So this level is a little bit strong. So we got to be careful right here, because we want to make sure that we get through this level. Now, if we don't get through this level, this could be an area where we take some profit and then let the market retrace, and then we look for another entry, okay? Or else we could close out here. There's so many things you could do. But let me show you what looks really good about this trade also. We go to the daily time frame, right? So go into that daily time frame. This is going to make the difference for me. This currently is a Kumo breakout. We broke out of this cloud here, so the market went higher, and then once we violate this Kijun-sen, that usually signifies that there's a possible change of direction in the trend, but there really was no real trend here. There was just basically we were in a range, and I showed that in the first video. But now it looks as if we're trying to violate. We've already violated the Kumo if this daily candle closes below that level. So if this daily candle closes below this cloud here, it's a Kumo breakout to the downside. Now Kumo breakouts usually yield pretty nice profits. So watching this pair and watching this now, just gonna watch this and see if where we close today, since it's Thursday. If we violate this level and close below this level, and Friday we're well below this level, I'll probably bring my stop loss down to that level. Now currently I want to put my stop loss close against this cloud here, because that's going to be my that's going to be the previous resistance level where we want to put our stop loss. But we're doing pretty decent, 172 right now. We need to violate this level here. If we violate this level, we're breaking bear fractals. A violation of this level, then we can move our stop loss closer down to here. Now price could retrace and then come back to this level again, and it likes to pierce through here, because you could see this pair is spiky, so you have to be careful here. All right, so that's what we're looking at. That's how the trade looks. I'll probably do another update on this if I don't end up closing it out. I don't think I'm going to close it out, depending on how the market goes. I think I'm going to let this one go. This was my first target here anyway, where we marked. I'm at that target. I want to see how the market reacts here. We should be picking up some strength, but the thing about it, the Kumo breakout is not valid, because look at our future. Our future's still bright, so this could probably be weak here, and we may not get through this level. But I can close out in the 150, 170 range and be okay. Now I'm going to give the trade a chance to break that level, but if it doesn't violate that level, I'm going to be worried here, because I know that we did not get through the cloud, and the cloud is still looking bullish. All right, and maybe when this daily candle closes, we'll see what the cloud looks like, and then that will be a good determining factor of if we think we can violate this level here. So that's going to be very important to the decision making of our trade here. Okay, so that's where we are now. If we violate this level, guys, I think we're going to see this. Now I just use support and resistance levels to find my next area, and that's where I think we could probably see the market go down to. Now that's a big drop there. Now there could be some other little levels in there that I may look at, but I think if we could get through that level, this level down here at 158.880 is a possibility. All right, and that will be a big trade with a Kumo breakout. It's possible. But the only thing is that future is still bright. So we may have some issues here. That we may see some ranging here. We may see the market stay above this level here. All right, but we just violated this level here, which was a strong level right here. Let me mark it for you. But if you watch the previous video, you see this was the level that was strong. We violated that point. That level was strong there because that was where the market was ranging. Matter of fact, I already have that level in there. That's not the right level. This is the level here, 161.550. 161.55 is the level where the market was pretty much ranging, and violated right there, and then retraced back, and then violated the Kumo now currently. So that's what we're looking at. Try to get at least one of these per week if possible. You know, whatever the market gives us. Sometimes it's not possible. All right, trading a 4-hour time frame, you know, maybe there's not a trade. I don't believe there's always going to be a trade on everything that I look at, but is there a setup developing? We'll just mark them out and look for them. All right, guys, if you want to learn more about trading this Ichimoku system and trading the way that I'm trading here, then just come over to my site at FX at One Glance, and you can check out my course, and that'll teach you a lot about trading this Ichimoku system. It'll also help you to get a lot of discipline. It'll help you to slow yourself down and start thinking and trading properly, because I think a lot of traders fail not because of the system but because of the mentality. Right, so you can have all different systems, and how can you say which system is good or which one is not if people are violating the rules? Okay, unless it's a mechanical system that trades for you, then it's hard to say, because a mechanical system, much like a robot or whatever, it has no feelings or thoughts, so it's just going to trade boom whenever it's supposed to. But as humans, we're trading a lot of times we let other things hinder us or interfere with our thinking, and we don't trade the proper way. We don't have the discipline, we don't have the patience. But if you learn to trade with Ichimoku, you're going to have rule-based system. You're going to have you're going to start to develop patience. Trust me, especially depending on what time frame you're trading. But look at, like, I'm trading at 4 hour and the daily. You're going to have patience because you're going to be waiting for trades. You're going to be looking, but you still have to follow the rules. So it comes back to the rule based, then to the discipline, patience. All right. And then I think those things are the top things on the chart right there, besides your money management. That's going to be a given. All right, that's going to be any system that you do. These things that I'm mentioning are any system. Your money management, your patience, your discipline, and then you can run any kind of strategy really, and you know, it'll be different. A lot of people ask me, and this is one thing I get all the time, um, what's your P&L? So how can you judge P&L off of me and think that you're going to get the same? Because maybe I'm not breaking rules as you, or maybe I did something that you won't do, or maybe you've done something that I don't do. Unless you're sitting right here with me every day, every hour, taking the trades that I'm taking at the exact levels and doing what I'm doing, then you can duplicate my results. But other than that, your results will not be the same as my results. Your results may be better or they may be worse. So you can never just base it off of what you see someone else doing, because you're not going to be able to duplicate it. If somebody runs the mile in 5 minutes, can you run the mile in 5 minutes just because they did it? It's a mile. We're running the same distance. We should all be able to run the exact same speed, right? It's not the same. It's going to be different. Same thing with this trading. All right. So hopefully this is helping you guys out. Like I said, come over to my site, FX at One Glance. I'm going to start having some educational material on there, but actually I do anyway. So you could check out my blog. It's called thefxvibe.com. Thefxvibe.com. So just come over, check out some stuff I have there. I'm posting up some more information and things to help you learn more about trading with Ichimoku. All right, guys, hope you liked this. Hope you enjoyed this. And until next time, God bless. So long.